You're just saying yes to doing something right out of the blue. But you've only seen this person once, you've only trusted them once, and then this is it. I feel like this is the yes theory.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, holy shit. Alright. Let's get this car. Take one last good look at this car because this is the last time I will be driving this. I've been blessed with a great deal, and that is a $24,000 check. Actually, a little bit more because I did deposit too, but I'm going to go and get my F80 M3, and that is going to be my new daily. And then this thing's still being sold, it's just struggling to get sold. So, well, the 435i is officially going to stop at 77,090 miles. It is actually kind of wild, the fact that I've made it to even that point. I'm excited for this new journey of an F80 M3. And so the journey begins. A 4-hour road trip to St. Louis, Missouri to pick up the F80 M3. Well, boys, we bought an F80 M3. Now, this is a rebuild title. It's got less than 90,000 miles on it. It's actually a night and day difference from the 435i. Absolutely in love with this thing. Such a great deal that I got too, but of course it's fucking pouring out and it's not fun. Taking it slow to the DMV now. It's just, I hope this clears up pretty soon because I want to rip it so bad. So after going to a St. Louis DMV to get a temp tag to cross state lines legally, it just kept on pouring rain every single minute of the 4-hour trip. So I never really got to rip it as much as I wanted it to. What's actually crazy is that I'm getting better gas mileage with this car than I ever did with my N55. Alright, y'all, so I figure I gave you an introduction on this thing, since pretty much like the entire video that I was trying to film when actually going to St. Louis and get this thing, it was just kind of like super chaotic with the storms and all that stuff. So let this be as great as it's gonna get. So this is my 2015 BMW F80 M3. It is a rebuild title. It's got a whole bunch of things done to it already, so from my intakes and all that stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of cosmetics that need to be redone, like obviously the carbon roof. There's some things on the sides here, which even I'll point out, the bumper doesn't even match at all in the paint. This is more like a frozen white. That's more just like a regular white. You can see, like, there's a bunch of stuff. It's not the most satisfying thing to see. And then also when you see like a parking sensor missing and then one of these little vent things, which literally is $50 alone. Yeah. But this is a daily driven M3. Even this is really bad. So eventually all this will get fixed. As of right now, it is how it is. Now, there also used to be a wrap on this, which is like almost, I think they called it the Ruby Star. So I don't know if you can really see that all that well, but that Ruby Star wrap is still on the door panels. This is like a dream car that I have officially gotten, and I'm very excited about it. Obviously the wheels are the 66Ms. They've got a little bit of curb rash on them, but not bad. Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these, honestly, but it does need brake pads so bad. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this, but those pads need to be changed out, and the backs are even worse. Now, the backs also need new tires too. You know, at some point I am going to get them, but for right now, what my purpose is with this car, it's treating me really well. Now, if I open the trunk, believe it or not, you know, when rebuild titles are a thing, there's a lot of things that are usually missing. So these guys here, which are actually called rain drip rails or something like that, there's both of those missing. That was missing, and this was missing, which would be covering the battery. It's a little scary because obviously when you don't have anything that's protecting the battery right there, it's a little freaky. But believe it or not, those are actually from an F30 chassis, so you don't actually have to spend the crap load of money on an F8X when you can really just get this for an F3X. But again, this thing is kind of modded already. So what it has, obviously, if you can't already tell, it's got some really nice ceramic tint on it, which is the darkest I've ever had. We got I think this is like a CS style wheel, but not with the flat bottom, which I actually really like this. It's just all OEM. I'm glad I had the original analog cluster. This is all carbon fiber. The only things that I don't like is the fact that he went with it like the stitching this way, but when I bought this thing was exactly how this was. If you guys ever want to know though, this is the thing from like Bimmer plug, which is the thing that is fake carbon fiber in the back there that is a piece of crap. And then yeah, it's as you can see, it's not exactly the best thing for your buck. And then you have this, which again, it's all carbon fiber. I love it. The only problem is too is that this is not real carbon fiber. This is obviously fake. At some point in time, when I do have extra money, this will be completely redone and make sure that everything looks as best as it possibly can. Now let me pop the hood. When I got this, I'm pretty certain this thing has the crank hub done already. I'm not really trying to test that out, but also it's like I'm not abusing the car to that fullest extent at all. So maybe when like I do have a lot of money actually, then I will just get it redone or something, but this thing's indestructible. F80 M3, S55 engine. It's got a dual clutch transmission in it, not manual. This is just like what a BMW is supposed to be like. Now thankfully I paid this all cash. I did not have to take out a loan for this one, because again, it is rebuilt title. So it's got icons with yellow DRLs already, front intakes. It is amazing. I do want to get a white beauty cup. I'm not getting ever single turbo this thing. Really, if anything, I'll get just hybrids, but we're not trying to make this thing like stupid fast, because honestly I just want it to be for road trips and it's already fast enough. So the N55 is super reliable. I still have the 435i and I'm actually still trying to sell that. The S55 is that much more reliable, especially if the crank hub is done. Even if it's not the end of the world, but man, I guess let me give you a little bit of a rev here, and this is in I think it's Sport Plus. So here we go, ready? Like it's so insane. So this has a stage 1 or MHD tune. I'm not gonna rev it to the point of like past like 2,500 RPM, because this thing is absolutely nuts. One thing I will say is that although you may not have a car loan, you still have insurance, and my insurance for this thing is actually very good. I'm not gonna go into like the exact number, but it's just a little bit more than what my 435i was. The best thing that I actually like about this is that it is higher mileage. It's around 90. Now, my 435i had about 77,000 miles on it, and that's really nothing, which I know you're like, oh my God, well just drive it then. But that's the thing, it's just too low of miles, and I just don't want to keep the car and then end up having to be 150k miles, and then it's worth nothing. Like, guys, I think the only thing to really do is just kind of show you exactly what this car is made of. Kinda. I'm not gonna do like a full pull or anything because I don't really have a lot of room. But let's just say when you're a twin turbo inline 6 versus a single scroll turbo that's like this big on a inline 6, there is a lot of turbo lag on this thing, but when it hits, it hits. That's one of the main reasons why I don't need to do anything big to this thing. Now, no exhaust is done. So if anything, what I will do is like, this is literally what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure that I fix this up so like it looks almost like a clean title rather than rebuilt title. Do a single mid pipe, and I need to do the brakes. And honestly, that's pretty much it. Front mounts I was gonna do no matter what, because I love the sound of it. Yeah, it's all about, I guess, what you really are in preference with. But I love this thing so much. It's a night and day difference from the 4 Series that I have. Ooh, that's Sport Plus. So nice, dude. This car is just perfection. If you ever get the opportunity to get an F80, F82, get it. Now, this might be something you might be wondering, is that, okay, why did you get an F80 versus an F82? F82, I love the rear end of it, and I love all that, and it's freaking cold. But this is my dream car, and it's like I don't really care about it being a clean title. Obviously, it'd be a lot better for, you know, if you had to sell it. But at the end of the day, it's an F80X chassis, and people are gonna probably want to buy it no matter what. Let's just say that I wanted to, like, eventually I want to have a family. I don't want to end up having an M4 and then, you know, not being able to have the convenience of it being a sedan. So that's why I went with it. Now, I know this might have been probably the worst introduction I've ever done to any car, but I mean, long story short, am I happy? Yes. This, again, is one of those things where unless you actually own an M car, you don't really know. By the way, rear-wheel drive is not that scary when it's pouring down rain. Like, you just have to be careful with any car, realistically, because you can hydroplane super easily. This one, obviously, a lot easier to hydroplane. I haven't experienced it in the winter yet, which I will have to end up getting winter tires and then probably all seasons or at least summer tires of some sort, at least for the rear. But it's not like I ripped this thing to the point where it's needing that. Like, the point of a sports car is to drive it like a sports car, but like to drive it recklessly is a different story. And I got this thing because, again, higher mileage, and it was, well, I could afford it full cash. So I am really happy about that. I can't wait to take this thing on actual like nice road trips. Now, if you really want to see how much gas mileage I get, this is the scary part because it depends on how you drive it. If I drive it recklessly, I get about 13 miles a gallon. But that means like full wide open throttle and all that. But if I drive it like a normal person, I'm getting up towards to 25 miles per gallon, which, I mean, it's a twin turbo inline six. Long story short though, I'm just happy, bro. It's a dream come true. It's really made me realize that, you know, going full throttle on what I did for the 435i wasn't like the worst idea, but to spend that amount of money that I did on mods, one, that's insane. I think it got me in a sense of, you don't need to go full throttle like that. Paint match is always better than carbon, but I think carbon does still have that uniqueness to it that paint match will never have. But obviously you could do paint match with carbon and that looks incredible. So, I know this thing's dirty as hell, but I think it's time for a little montage, and then I just am super grateful that, you know, I got such great feedback in the hope of actually purchasing this and knowing that you guys actually wanted to see this, because now I'm in a whole different class of BMW, whole different class of social class, literally with a M car. M car is where it's at, baby. All right? So, I appreciate the feedback and saying that you actually wanted to see this rather than any more with the 4 Series. I love that car to death, but this one is amazing.